What's up, Facebook family? How are we? All right, so the title of today's live is It's Not Too Late, You're Not Too Old, It Doesn't Have to Be Perfect, You're Not Behind, and all of the other lies that we tell ourselves. So, I had an amazing weekend. I have actually partnered with a biotech company working on some amazing patents that help keep you younger and more vital and all this amazing stuff. So I was out there over the weekend, and it was a very long, short trip, right? Like I got up at like 1:15 Friday and then got back at like 3 on Saturday to do the daddy-daughter dance and all this stuff. But anyway, amazing weekend with some super cool products. So stay tuned for that stuff if you want to age better, have less aches and pains, and just like all around feel better. But I've been doing a bunch of one-to-one calls today with our new shifters, and hi Catherine, by the way, so if you guys jump on, give me a hello. So I'm doing a lot of one-to-one calls, and I hear this theme, and we hear it all the time from our members in the gym. I hear it from my one-to-one clients, we hear it from our shifters, like this idea that like I'm too late, I'm falling behind, it has to be perfect, what if I do this, like all of these things of just like they're protectors, you guys, right? So we were chatting with our collective members. The module this week was about protectors, right? And so protectors are things that you created in your life when you were young to try to keep you safe, right? But then they show up later in life. Perfectionism, people pleasing, critic, like all of these things, right? And so what I want you guys to understand is that like you are where you are. That's the only place you are right now, right? You can love it, you can hate it, you can want to change it, you cannot want to change it, it doesn't matter, but where you are is where you are. So if you want a different outcome, you have to do things differently, right? But a lot of times we don't end up taking action because we create all of these stories, right? And we create the stories because we failed in the past, or we don't think we can do it, or it's not good enough, or it's not perfect, or I can't do anything if it's not perfect, like I'm behind, like that whole energy, right? All that it is fear. It's all just fear of like, well, what if it doesn't work? What if I can't do this? What if, right? And I just want to tell you guys that like you are in control of your destiny. If you want to change something, make a decision. Like I know that sounds silly, but it's really kind of true. Like you have to choose how you think, you have to choose how you feel, you have to catch yourself when you're choosing to think and feel things that you don't desire, and then you have to just take action, right? Like it's not super sexy, but it's so simple, right? If you just have a place you want to go, right? Figure out where you desire to go, what's stopping you, and then start taking consistent action, right? It's like we want it to be harder, we want it to be more difficult, and it's just not, right? So I want you to think about what stories are going on in your head, like when it comes to your health, when it comes to a business, when it comes to finding the love of your life, like what are the stories? And then catch yourself and go, here's three questions, you guys. Is this true? Is this real? And is this mine? Because 99% of the time we're living into stories and identities and beliefs that aren't true. They're not ours. Somebody gave them to us when we were kids, or we created them when we were kids, and they're not even real, right? So like understand you get to change the thinking. You get to change the scenario, but you just have to make a decision. But you got to make the decision every single day for a while, because until you change the decision long term and you have it consistently change this decision, you're not going to see change, right? So I'll tell you guys a super fun story. So obviously we own a gym. We have some younger athletes that come to us, and so one of them comes and trains with me every morning at 5:15. So he's 18, he's a senior, 17, 18. Great kid, quiet, shows up, does his thing, but he shows up at the gym at 5:15 in the morning, then he goes to school, and then he goes to baseball, right? So probably a month and a half ago, he was like, I really feel like I'm missing something in my training. So we talked to him about nutrition. He did what we told him, right? Very simple. Eat real food, do it regularly, make sure it's balanced, right? Like nothing mind-blowing. He did that. And so today we maxed out our back squat. So last week, his previous back squat was 245. He last week did 285 for 5 reps, right? So that's a 40-pound PR for 5 reps. So today we did our 1 rep and he got up to 325. So he went from 245 to 325 in like 4 months. But the coolest part was that he also, in that time, went from weighing 173 down to like 154. So he's stronger, he's leaner, he's happier because he shows up consistently, he puts in the work, he changed his nutrition, and he has a great attitude, right? Like that's the magic in life. So if you're in a place where you want to change something, like you got to see for real is what's blocking your way. And then you got to choose to do things differently. And this isn't like sunshine and roses and everything's positive. Like that's not life. But if you choose consistently to look at what you're doing, ask yourself if it's working for you, and if it's not, you choose to take shifts and go in a different direction and do something differently, right? So I just really encourage you guys right now, if you desire something different in life, create a path and take some shifts every single day. Do it for 3 months and then come back. And if you took those shifts every single day for 3 months and it didn't work, come back and call BS on me. But I promise you, if you consistently take action, you pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings and your beliefs, and you just keep moving, it will work out the way you want it to. So I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I want to share those wins because they were super fun. And just like, you got this, right? Like, whatever you're doing in life, you've got this, and you can do it. And if you need help, we're here. All right, guys, have a great Monday.